Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 2v2 here on Crossing in the Woods, a very small 2v2 map on the eastern front, but we're actually playing on the western front, so yeah, let's look over the players. We have lending you a hand as US Rifle Company straight out the gate, and Lucky Lieutenant Dan as Airborne Company straight out the gate, going straight for Pathfinders. That's a different playstyle. For the German side, we have Thomas as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice, and Onave as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice yet. Looks like they're just pulling out to get some more ground first. Probably pick their commanders later. Now, Airborne straight out the gate with a Pathfinder. That's a very different style of play, but I like it. Pathfinder's pretty cool. Pretty much an ace team you get access to as the US Airborne. Pathfinders are pretty damn good, and they can sneak, but there's only 3 of them, so you need to be very cautious wherever you position them. You could probably have captured that point still, but didn't want to. The Germans are trying to capture a lot of ground. Double Pioneer, double Volksgrenadier. Double Pioneer for their play as well. But moving out in the open like that, it's not going to work out well for them. You don't want to be out in the open ground like that. You need to stay behind cover if you can. He needs to focus those riflemen. And well, the other flank is looking a little bit better for the Germans for now. And you can see that the Volksgrenadiers are definitely mowing down the riflemen there. They're working really well there, but he needs to stay at range whereas the Germans at this point. He needs to focus on those blue and grey. And it looks like the Volksgrenadiers are doing that. And well, the Germans are advancing pretty rapidly on the other flank. Lots of grenadiers coming onto the field. Some actual grenadiers coming onto the field now. Instead of just Volksgrenadiers. Yes, I was flanking the Volksgrenadiers though. Throwing a grenade. That's the Volksgrenadier.
Our brave infantry is dying.
The blue and grey getting a lot of fire in on those pioneers. And grenadiers are getting too close. Yeah, Thomas, I think, might be a new player here. And well, it looks like at least that Onawe is doing a good job on their flank, pushing up. As long as that's happening, that's a good thing. MD42 coming out for Thomas, though, which will threat a lot of Americans out in the open. But those grenadiers need to get back.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Will the grenadier get back? Yeah, looks like he will. Meanwhile, no commander choice from the Germans yet. But Germans are pulling up pretty hard. And the Germans just really need to stay at range for most of these engagements, and they will win. MD42 is coming onto the field now, and it needs to be positioned properly. Meanwhile, the Americans have got an actual airborne squad in the field. One of the first fire team. A good long-range infantry for the United States as the airborne division. And the 42 setting up. That's only light cover though, but that's still a decent position. Problem is the Americans are just set up here in a lot of areas. Grenadiers are pushing up, also mortar arriving for the Germans. And they have lost their cover now, so that MG team is definitely in trouble. Grenadiers try to set some sandbags. Will the MG42 get out of there? Looks like it will. MP4 is being equipped on some Volksgrenadiers. Still no commander choice from either German. Order set up here. Probably needs to be ordered to fire. Probably doesn't realize that. But this is a learning experience, I suppose. While the Americans are taking up around the fuel. MD42 healing up. Got a mortar coming out. And he needs to use the mortar. Yeah, now he's ordering it. Good to see.
The fresh mortar crew has arrived.
Oh, good mortar shot right there. Two to one arriving, becoming a 2-2-2. I can consider a 50 cal still and everything.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire. Did you need something?
So the MG might set up in the building then. Oh no, he's gonna use it set up along the hedge. Okay. Americans are setting up on the southern flank now. Germans need to focus on that, I think. Guess they're healing up back at base. German mortar's gonna set up though to start bombing the American positions, I'd wager. Looks like the 2-2 will get out of there. Not looking good there for the machine gun.
The machine and gewehr team is awaiting orders. We have lost an MG team.
An MT-42 arriving for the Germans though. But the Americans overrunning the southern flank now.
Enemy forces are securing our
Looks like the
territory.
Pathfinders are pushing up. They're gonna get mowed down by an MT-42 though. The Germans need more troops on the field though. And that's a good position for the MG-42 right there. That definitely cover a lot of ground. More great ideas coming up for the Germans. Well, the Volksgrenadiers are engaging with the blue and grey down here, using their MP40s and their Sturmgewehrs, which still statistically are Kar-98s, which probably should be changed shortly. I still don't know when that update will happen. Looks like some airborne equipment is being airdropped in. Actually, it's an airborne Pathfinder squad here being airdropped in. One more that's being recruited. Americans are lacking any equipment to stop this 2-2-2. The mortars are still bombing the American positions. And those riflemen need to get out of there. Oh, we have a commander choice here. It is SS Panzer, not Panzer, Wehrmacht Panzer, okay. We have Panzer Division on the field. With the 183rd Volksgrenadiers. And the 2-2 is just doing a good job here opening fire on the American positions. While the MT-42 here did a good job shredding. American border has arrived though at 60mm.
Panzer IV command tanks can now be deployed.
This is still moving up here.
Specially outfitted Panzer IV command tanks are now available.
Sometimes it's interesting to see a low-level play, because you might see people do a lot more things differently. I can still look somewhat even, so that's good. We're seeing a pack 36 coming out. Barakken going up now for Uvari. Looks like he's been relying entirely on his 0 to start with. He's using things from the Hauptquartier. Looks like the Grenadiers are going to try and push up to try and secure the point here.
is ready for orders.
Split up behind some cover, except there's no cover there. So the Pathfinder will get out of there, barely. Oh, blue and gray coming this way. Looks like some mines being prepared by the Waffen-SS. Not Waffen-SS, Wehrmacht. I'm stupid, there's no Waffen-SS on this battlefield. It's entirely Wehrmacht units. I'm just being very stupid. Yeah, because they're both German. Radius has suffering heavy losses though, and this Pack 36 probably pull back.
Production upgrade accomplished.
MD42 still doing pretty good though for Thomas here.
Pioneers ready
Back
for
to Beacon
assignment.
coming over though. .57mm has survived to try and stop with the 222. A2 Sherman coming up for the United States. Großdeutschland coming up behind us for the Germans. Like, it's commendable that Thompson is trying them out. I like to see people try them out, see if they're new. Hopefully you'll figure out how to pick a commander. And that's a very important aspect of Spearhead, after all, is your commander choices. Walker Ideas is trying to get up here. And MD42 has done a great job, though. Like, don't underestimate the MG42. That thing is very potent. Coming back for 35 on the Pioneer.
We are suffering losses.
The Germans need something out because an A2 is going to hit the field shortly. It's already arrived here for the riflemen.
Incoming fire!
So I think the Southern Wehrmacht definitely has to get something else out. Normal for the airborne, that makes sense. F1 Sherman coming out for the Northern Division. After, oh, that's smart. He's actually holding its full fire, and there is a telemine.
Long-range artillery is
A very good job there from Unawi. That was really well done. And that's why you use mines as Germany.
are seizing a sector.
And look how much sight he's getting from this. He has an exact eye on what the Americans are doing. Smoke barrage going in here. Then followed by normal barrage.
Change of plans.
Let's go allow the Pioneers to actually, I think, grab the territory. Funfleischer going in though.
We have a new Panzer IV.
Panzer IV F1 on the field for the northern flank. The two moving up. Good to see. I like to see this kind of play. US Airborne is lacking AT equipment, so I think this F1 could do a lot of damage. I don't think the Airborne have gotten any... Oh, they are. They're getting a 30 cal. They're not getting the bazooka, though.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Smart, he's actually smoking instead of an MG42 behind it. I like to see that play. Well, that's looking really bad for the American position up there. That F1 is gonna tear them apart.
Unit being wiped out.
And he's doing a full retreat. Good job there for Thomas. Really nice to see a new player. I think it's definitely think it's a new player though, because they're not picked the commander. Push back like that.
Swarming one of our emplacements.
Good to see new players improve. I like to see that. Makes me feel good.
Unit destroyed.
It looks like the Panzer Division is having a little bit harder because another A2 has arrived. That's an American mine? No, that's actually another Tiller mine. Wow, very good job with the mine laying.
That's a force standing by.
But Germans use infantry up there to grab terrain.
That's a... The new grenadier squad is ready.
Germans are securing a lot of territory now, but they just need the infantry to capture the fuels and such up there. Still good play. Good play. But I think Thomas definitely needs some more infantry in the field. Just having some more basic infantry can always help.
That's a fear.
Steady up, man. Looks like we're going in.
The airborne is going to return shortly. Well, Tellermine being laid, very smart. Looks like the A2 is relocating northwards. The NG-42 still covering down here, though.
We gave them a chance to surrender.
Artillery called in the building, though.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
Oh yeah, not looking good here. Looks like they're grabbing all the American equipment they can. They're still suffering heavy losses to this A2.
Ready. Go ahead. Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Here's the other A2 coming onto the field. They have decaptured the American fuel for now, though, but that won't last for long, I think.
Target destroyed. Ship incoming orders.
I don't think they have enough to stop an A2, because I don't think the Pak-36 can pierce the front of an A2. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers are securing up the center here. Using Sturmgewehrs and an MG-34. We might see a Tiger tank. No, wait, that's still a lot of fuel away. But they're taking up to get access to it, at least.
The squad of pioneers has
Oh, that building is getting shredded.
The enemy has killed a machine gun crew.
That's not looking good there for Thomas. There's with A2 supporting the airborne.
Anti-tank gun.
Oh, it did actually kill the gunner there. Very fascinating to see. More Panzer Grenadiers coming out for the Panzer Division. Oh, there's also a Pak-40 for the Panzer Division nearby.
We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
Very interesting battle so far. I like it. Artillery going in though. Looks like it's from what it's a. Oh yeah, it's a Pak howitzer.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Picking up going on for Thomas as well. He's yet to pick a commander. The two rushing up here for on the other flank for the Germans. Looks like the Großdeutschen are trying to fight here in the center.
We are now authorized to request.
Now, these units will not be able to stop at 222. The 2 has to stand still though, to be accurate. Oh, here comes the Panzer Grenadiers. more pioneers onto the field as well. Well, the airborne is still causing a lot of issues up here, so that's good on the airborne.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
Looks like this could be probably somewhere in Italy then, if we are seeing the 15 Panzer Grenadiers. That would be neat. I don't think Italy has anything that looks like this, but then again, we'll see Italy a lot in Combat Heroes 3, I'm pretty sure, so I guess that's kind of where it's meant to take place. Go pack miss just there. Another mine set up, good to see. And we have a Panzer 4H arriving. Are we actually seeing now we're going for a Tiger? He still needs one more command point, but then he can get it. Until we call in here on the German position, they have to pull back. And the Americans up here are still lacking AT. They do have a 57mm, but it's not in the right area. So I think we might see a Tiger, because he can get one. Highly depends if he wants to. That's Void has showed himself though. What hit them? Oh, they captured the F1! They're using the F1 against the H. Looks like the H will be able to pull back for repairs though. Meanwhile, indeed, we are seeing a Tiger tank. Yeah, gonna be very hard for the pack to pierce the front armor, that's Sherman. Like, don't underestimate the front armor of the A2. It's pretty thick. But another Tiller mine. And that's why you need to use tanks as German anti-tank tactics. It blows up Germans in one hit. Because the packs are not gonna cut it generally. I'm gonna be excited to see what this Tiger is gonna do. Because I don't think we have a lot of armor for the allies at the moment that can stop a Tiger. Like, it's rifle and airborne. That's not gonna be a lot unless they have air support to stop the Tiger. We are also seeing an Ostwind coming in to try and support the Tiger. That's pretty good. And we are seeing a second Panzer 4H here for Thomas. Still no commander choice. Hopefully you'll figure it out. But German armor is almost on the field here. That's gonna be quite a shock for the allies, I think. The airborne do have this F1 recruit, A1 crude, which is pretty funny. Here comes the Ostwind and the Tiger. Captain calling in some artillery here. German says you probably just keep moving. It looks like the airborne relocated southwards, okay. But the H's are pushing northwards now. And the allies don't have enough to stop it. Yeah, they're pushing them back hard, okay.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Yeah, I think that Ostwind is gone. It just needs another a super shot to hit it.
We have lost a Panzer.
There's an AT gun here to try and stop the Panzer H's. But the Panzer Force is just running over everything. Even committing war crimes on the medics. The Tiger tank is still present though. Now the Germans have secured that northern flank, it's going to be harder for the Allies to deal with. Lots of Allied infantry coming that way though. Still no command choice from Thomas.
The enemy is taking our territory.
They are both veterans too though, so those are gonna be very good if they can keep them alive. Panzer Grenadiers are pushing for the center here. There's still an American machine gun in the area. And he needs to get rid of that vertical. Oh, the grenade is holding it. Good grenade assault killing the squad entirely. Stug E arriving for the Panzer Division. Let's go down to deal with infantry more effectively, I think. Because the Stug E, I believe, can be armed with high explosive shells. Yep, as its main weapon. The Man Panzer 4H also arriving for the Panzer Division. Oh, we're seeing Thomas going for the Panzerhalle now. But he's not going to be able to get anything from there unless he's picked a commander.
The squad of pioneers has arrived. A new grenadier squad is ready.
And these Americans still don't have any AT. They do have a free engine nearby. Looks like the Tiger's been marked. So they're keeping an eye on it. Looks like the AT guns are doing a good job here on the flank though. And lucky for the Panzer IV. And yeah, you cannot get anything unless you actually pick a commander. Artillery hitting and dazing the Panzer IV command tank.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Looks like Thomas is going for the maintenance bunker. Nebelwerfer for shots landing, or big calliope shots, I'm not sure what. Panzer IV being repaired. Meanwhile, the 75mm howitzer is just landing shots in the German base. Where's the Tiger? Not done too much, only has gotten one kill. Probably it's very hard for it to push up with all the AT nearby. Panzer IV pushing up again. 76 German on the field. AT guns are getting flanking shots. It's been immobilized. And the German pioneers are just pushing up down the open. That's not really working. Looks like the Germans doing a big push southwards here with the Tiger and everything. The Panzer Grenadiers should probably be the ones leading the charge, in honesty. Grenadiers a bit of a long-range support. They take out the American airborne beacon, though. Pineapple going in, though. Or full retreat going in for the airborne here. And looks like Thomas has dropped. Okay. Oh, well. Guess it's gonna be up to now, then. Oh, there's an AI on his side, though, and the AI can be quite aggressive. Also, I don't think the Wehrmacht AI is broken unlike others, so, it's not picked the commander, though, and it probably doesn't need to because it's an AI.
We have a fresh grenadier squad. Tiger.
Meanwhile, we just have the Panzer Division doing most of the work. Well, I guess we'll keep an eye on them and see what they do now. We have an M10 arriving for the airborne American tank destroyer. I believe only a tank destroyer and airborne get access to the tank destroyer groups, actually. Oh, is that the French? Oh, we have the French airborne on the field. That's cool to see. We rarely see those guys. Battle group available to airborne, basically. Yeah, well, this Tiger's going to be quite a problem for the Allies to deal with, I think. See what happens. Let's see if now we'll go for a second Tiger. He might. Or they might, rather. And well, it looks like Thomas's AI will just keep pushing northwards. Or at least attempt to. And getting a lot more infantry to work with. But seeing the French airborne in the fields, I like it. Even using the French machine guns. Okay. And that's cool. I like to see French units. Something we rarely ever see used. I hope to see more free French stuff available in Company of Heroes 3 because they're going for that international approach. Oh, it looks like now we just did a lot of damage to the southern American flank. Nice, that's 2G. You know, more supplies airdropping in for the airborne. MP40 armed the... Let's see. Yeah, okay. So MP40 armed the French airborne squad. I guess they grabbed some MP40s. And it's a pretty competent weapon. Well, the Germans are just going to advance aggressively on the south now, I think, with the Tiger tank. The Suko grabbed by the Pioneers. Interesting. And the Großdeutschland are still around.
Can now be deployed.
Yeah, it looks like now we might be stabilizing the front line thanks to this Tiger tank. If they're cheeky, they could actually take up and go for a King Tiger, but it might not be the correct choice to do in this kind of situation. Then again, he is fighting foes with very little AT capabilities at the moment. Like Rifle and Airborne, I think needs to utilize abilities and good coordination in order to deal with heavy tanks. It's not like they have mechanized with EC8s or tank with the ability to use Pershings to counter them. That's gonna make it a little bit more difficult. And I like this 2G. This 2G has done a lot of work. Recon run coming overhead from the United States. Oh, it looks like the AI has picked the commander. Looks like it's going for Leichter. No big surprise. Actually, that is a big surprise. Those, the AI tends to go Luftwaffe. I guess that depends on its difficulty, but I don't know what difficulty a player AI is. In all fairness. That said, it should still provide just a constant stream of troops. That'll cause issues for the allies. I guess reinforcements has arrived for the Panzer Division, essentially. But the airborne is still trying to hold up here alongside their French compatriots. Lots of French troops. Another Ostwind coming out. As he wants to deal with any potential air coming his way. Or just as an anti-infantry, because generally people use the Ostwind as an anti-infantry weapon. Which is really not what its purpose was, it was an anti-air weapon.
Flak Panzer has arrived.
But here it is, the Ostwind. Armed with a 37mm, yeah, 3.7 centimeter flak. So that's a pretty big flak gun actually. BNT in this trench area. It's going to, they're going to provide the allies a good position. Especially against the Tiger. Depending on if the Tiger wants to move through the center. That's actually a cool Tiger skin too. Oh, which one that is? I like it. It looks really good. I suppose we're going from the Tiger. Until we called in on him. At least in the area. Command Panther arrived now for the well, for the AI player now at this point. So just keep focusing on Unawi then. In all fairness, this is the only Axis player, and he deserves some spotlight for being alone in this. Or they deserve some spotlight rather. If there's no action, I'm obviously going to focus on where the action is, like here. 76 Germans against the Command Panther. That's going to be a little bit of an engagement. The Command Panther is getting too close though. There's an AI though, so it doesn't know what it's doing. And that's going to allow the 76ers to flank it. Looks like the Tiger's heading northwards. And the Tiger tank will definitely chew through the 76ers. Especially if this Tiger gets the first shots off. But he is using infantry to scout and screen. You generally want infantry to be ahead of your tanks. That you know what you're getting into. It was a pretty long match. Like, I honestly expected the Unawi to perhaps well, it quits when they were alone, but I guess they're having a lot of fun at the moment. I think they have a chance, and they might do with that Tiger. It all comes down to how they utilize it and how the allies are going to try and deal with it. And the longer they wait, the higher chance for a second Tiger arriving. Looks like the Rifle Division is just gearing up a lot of 76 Shermans. Looks like they're going to go for the old, overwhelm the Tiger tactic. Which generally is how I think it's supposed to go. It's hard to say, because the Tiger is just... has a really good gun. And the 88mm on the Tiger will just chew through the Shermans frontally at most ranges. Now I think he could actually get the second Tiger now. And they might, but I'm not sure. Now they cannot, they're getting in something else, I think. Well, they were probably reinforcing rather. Panzer IV command tank is fighting down here. Yeah, it's just getting a lot more units and pulling them around everywhere.
We have lost an MG team.
You know, the Americans are just digging in and building up their Sherman numbers. The Americans and French at this point. There's a few French troops around after all. 2-1 down. More Panzer Grenadiers coming up for the AI. Hugi needs some repairs. It's still... Oh, it's gone as injured. That's probably from the 75mm. 76... Isn't it 75? Yeah, it's a 75mm pack out, so. The Tiger tank is just staying back, which is, I don't think is the best move, but they might just be very conservative with it. Oh, he is taking up. Are we gonna see a King Tiger? They might be going for a King Tiger. Which would be quite a big deal. Because the allies don't have anything to pierce the King Tiger frontally, I think. Because the 76mm can still pierce the Tiger tank frontally reliably. Oh, here comes the Shermans. Germans are going for full-on raid. Tiger needs to stand still though to be accurate. One shot penetrated. 2 Shermans down.
Our opponents are seizing.
Oh, he's going for the Panzerhalle instead, I think. Tiger tank should just stay there and be ready. Once the smoke clears, the Tiger tank will get shots.
We must defend our headquarters.
And once one's gone down, you should just switch to the next one. I think the Tiger tank is doing a great job here. Look at all those American tanks that just died. And with that, I think the Germans could actually get the King Tiger shortly.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
They're reinforcing something. But yeah, they need that Tiger tank completely repaired as fast as possible.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, is the Stuke being used as an artillery piece? So it was, that's cool. Ooh, Tiger should be careful though. No penetration there.
The mortar team
76 penetrated. He should be cautious with his Tiger. There we go. He needs to get that Tiger repaired. But they could invest in the King Tiger now if they want. That'll be quite an investment though. The King Tiger can be very clunky. But there's still mines down here causing issues for the Allies.
Look ready. We are losing a sector.
That's Stuke is doing a good job. And these Großdeutschland are doing a great job supporting it. And indeed, we are seeing the King Tiger. Oh my god. This is such a weird match. I normally don't cast matches where a player drops this at this point, or at least before the game is actually decided. Essentially. But this is going to be too interesting, I think. Just because I want to see what this Unawi play will do with a King Tiger and a Tiger tank at the same time. With the Allies having like no way of actually fighting it. Unless they get a good airstrike off. Well, that's a very risky airdrop. Tiger tank is operational again. What are they gonna do with the with the Tiger tank though? Oh, Sherman 76 present. Looks like it's going for the Ostwind.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
The Tiger tank is moving though. But like once the King Tiger hits the field, I think the Allies are gonna need to strategize quickly. Looks like the AI Stuke is just driving around. That's the Abelwerf first landing. But yeah, freaking King Tiger. This is gonna be fun. I guess it depends on how they're gonna use it. Tiger tank is moving. Has him moving in an MG42. He might be waiting for. They might be waiting for the Panzer Officer to improve its accuracy. As the Großdeutschland scouting ahead as they should. That's kind of their job. They went to scout ahead for the tanks. So King Tiger's almost on the field. Oh, I'm kind of excited to see. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Looks like the Command Panzer Force also leading the way. Meanwhile, the AI is doing AI things. Who would have guessed? But here's the King Tiger. Now, what are the Allies gonna do against this one? Not a lot, I'd wager. But the vehicles are very clumped up at the moment. There's also a 3-inch there. High explosive going out from the King Tiger though, I think. No, not high explosive yet. Oh, Sherman there actually got hit by a Tellermine, but survived. Artillery called in though. Artillery landing shortly, not gonna do any much to these Tigers though. Sherman down. But a King Tiger with a Tiger's Overwatch support, that's a pretty lethal combination. Oh, good shot there from the pack howitzer, using a heat shell. Actually, that was a whole charge. Range is also present. Yeah, the Germans need some infantry support though for their tanks, that's the problem. They have no infantry in the field to really support it. Oh, good penetration there from the 3-inch. Got a good shot there on the Sherman. The King Tiger will need repairs. Getting some more Pioneers, good choice. MG42 equipped on the King Tiger. They get the small anti-infantry weapons to work with. Oh, good shot there from the Stuge supporting still. Looks like the King Tiger's been marked. And the Allies need to get rid of that King Tiger somehow.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Well, Pioneers have arrived though. Looks like the Ostwind is in AA mode, good to see. That's actually good, keeping the Ostwind nearby to support against planes. That Sherman got taken out by the King Tiger. Here comes the airborne, they're making a big push. That's a very risky move to do, but it did hit the command tank. But the airborne are lacking in AT equipment right now. And I think now he's actually going to do it at this rate. They're still holding. He just needs stuff to repair their tanks. Oh, now he's saying putting. I need some more repairs in their vehicles quickly though. Looks like the Stuka is being used in AT in artillery support this time now again. Yeah, the Allies are just lacking in the armor necessary to deal with these heavy German tanks right now. Lots of 3-inch guns have been prepared though. That 30 cal is still holding up the center. What's wasn't getting out of there? One Tiger's almost operational again. Yeah, well, the AI is being silly and pushing with its command panther up here again. If this goes on long enough, he could get a second Tiger to support the Tiger and the King Tiger. That would be so insane. Like, that would be 3 heavy tanks for the Germans at once. What would the Allies be able to do against that? And that would be a very hard sell. They need to get that King Tiger operational.
Ready for orders.
They are working on it.
Tiger ready.
The Tiger tank is operational though, so it can definitely do something. Yeah, well, the airborne are pushing on the northern flank again. Yeah, these heavy tanks are just gonna hold on this river for a while. I don't think they can make a move unless he can make, or they can make moves somewhat. They need to do something to get through the allies. That is a veteran to 2 Tiger now, Tiger tank now though. And the more these tanks get to veterans, they're gonna be even scarier to deal with. German heavy tanks are no joke when they're veteran. And the King Tiger's ready again.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
It's a good thing they're getting the MT-42 now because they're not gonna be dealing with a lot of enemy tanks. In all fairness.
Frag grenades now available for action.
Ghost Toys are probably going to work alongside the Tiger. Ghost Toys are now veteran C5. They're pretty good. And the King Tiger is going to make a move, but there's a lot of AT guns pointed here. They will need the Ghost Deutschland to scout for the tanks. That's their job. Just with all the with allied AT in the area. Tiger's moving way too forward, I think. Yeah, 180 gun down. Hollow's shot did not penetrate the Tiger. Need to be very cautious with their movements. More grenadiers call in. Looks like they have the MT-42 upgrades out the gate, which they probably got from there.
The enemy is firing on our HQ.
But now the Americans are just going to go for the Allied base. Not the Allied base, the Axis base at this point. Because the airborne are facing like no issues here. There's no competition to stop them.
We have lost a Granatwerfer squad.
I suppose that might be the job of the command tank there now.
Tiger ready. You need something?
Ostuki's going to push up there. It's hitting the wreck.
Our HQ is under attack. The enemy is taking our territory.
I'm not sure what those French airborne were trying, but they got mowed down.
Lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out. M10 tank destroyer ready.
75mm package house is still doing its job. Come on, Onawi. Needs to make a push somewhere.
The enemy is firing on our HQ.
Sitting back idly is not going to help you. If you push out and threaten the American base, that would be such a big move. I know those AT guns are scary. More grenadiers are called in behind us as well. Lots of bazookas being equipped on all the airborne troops though. And they're going very hard on trying to counter the heavy tanks. Bees coming in, that'll be good for immobilizing the tanks. Using his artillery barrage to try and destroy the tracks on the heavy tanks. Oh, there's actually been set up a... No, that's a bunker from the start of the game, isn't it? I did cover like both angles like that. The MT-42 coming out. Heavy tanks are pushing. We're just waiting for the Ghost Deutschland to get there. He needs to take out that 3-inch. And they need to use high explosives though. Just using AP shots to try and hit an AT gun is not a the best use of it. Was he attack grounding? That might be what they're doing.
Armor ready.
Ja, I see dem til en faktisk lidt god Deutschland though. These guys give a lot of side range.
Tank was just lost.
As is the job of them. They are, after all, recon infantry. They've actually been able to hold their fire so they can scout more effectively for the Tigers. That's actually smart. They need to take out those. They still need to take out those 3 inches. So the Tiger's getting closer. It's gonna go for explosive. I was gonna use the machine guns rather. Yeah, there we go. That cleared it. The King Tiger's gonna threaten the Allied base shortly. There's another 3-inch nearby. Also, the priest is being used for close range fire. Short. No, that was not the priest. Oh, there's a priest. My bad. He's probably gonna try and immobilize the King Tiger. Oh! One charge there killed the gunner on the top. A good utilization of all the panzers supporting one another, though. I like to see that.
We are losing Soldaten. Listen up!
That King Tiger will need repairs drastically. You don't want to lose the King Tiger. Because they're not going to be able to replace that at this point in the game, I think. Yes, I'm being used to recruit the 3-inch. Looks like it's been diverted all the way back to the base to repair it. Bulldogs and they're pulling back too. Just loading a high explosive shell. He's pulling back though. He lost his nerve there. Like I don't blame him. It's not easy being the only player on your team after all. Especially when you're fighting alongside an AI. It's a lot of pressure to be on you. And the priests are still opening fire. They want to try and immobilize these tanks. And there comes the explosive from the Tiger. It did take out the 3-inch, but it did get penetrated by 57.
The new Grenadier squad is ready. Tiger ready.
And it takes ages to repair that King Tiger. Oh, Ostman got immobilized by a priest. That's not good. Now he's gonna have to work double time there. But now his income is just so low because they have so many heavy tanks. Heavy tanks take up a lot of your manpower income and fuel income, I think. It might just be manpower income in all honesty because they take up so much population. Oh, priest just hit directly on the Tiger there. Yeah, Ostman is down.
Our panzer forces have been reduced by 1.
A good shot there from the command pass. That destroyed that trench emplacement entirely. That Tiger's immobilized. That's not good. don't think he's going to be able to save that Tiger. The Brewstolzen have secured the center here.
That is a good kill. Tiger. Under fire from enemy panzer. Location captured.
King Tiger's almost repaired though. King Tiger's ready again. And Brewstolzen is pushing up here. Again, being exceptionally efficient. It's a really good squad. You only get one up at a time if you're playing as Panzer Division. Like, they're really worth getting to support your tanks. That is the whole point of them. They're being suppressed by a vertical. And you don't want to lose that... Good, they do have smoke concealed when they retreat. There's a higher chance to get out of there alive. Double Pioneers being prepared. You just need to get those tanks operational. They're still here to stop the King Tiger. Well, Flinch did get a penetration there.
The enemy is firing on our HQ. The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Oh, good high explosive right there. And that 105 is going to be in trouble. And there it goes, it's gone. Ammo cooked.
Enemy forces are securing our
Radius are pushing forwards, but they're going to try and intercept this airborne squad. Well, the King Tiger's just pushing up now, it's not caring. There's a lack of stuff here to fight it. Oh my god, he's actually doing it. What they're actually doing, I don't know what. Oh my god. This is great. I did not expect to see this kind of play with like a heavy tank and everything. 5 effect called in here. But that's the US Air Force. I think. No, that is 5 effect, not US Air Force, my bad. We need to keep the tanks moving. And here comes the US Air Force. Need to get that King Tiger back for repairs. Oh, his engine is gone from a priest. The Tiger's operational now. There it goes. Oh, that sucks, but the Tiger is still here. He can somewhat pick up the slack if he's lucky. They still have a lot of infantry to support it with. US Air Force is still operating. That Tiger is actually not safe. Here they come again. They're spawning their next target. That Tiger needs to start moving. And here it comes, you can hear it. That's why you need to get AA like the Ostwind. The Tiger still survived. Which overall is just impressive still. Yeah, it looks like the AI pushed up pretty aggressively on its own end though.
We lost a gun crew. One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
The Brewstolzen is still trying to operate up there, but it's too much. Oh, coming over for the command tank. Like, having air superiority can be a big deal. Looks like the airborne has lost practically everything. It's just up to the rifle commander at this point. Here comes the Grenadiers. Yellow's just lacking his stuff to fight here. Oh! The man tank down. And this is such an awkward map, but I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm not sure how now he's doing it, but they could probably actually go for a second tiger shortly. They could technically get a second tiger now. Oh, it's been immobilized. No penetration on the 105. But the AI is overrunning the other position now. As the airborne focus too much on supporting against the Tigers, I think, but they probably needed to do that. Well, double Panzer 4H being prepared behind us. I guess now he's just going for numbers. Again, there's not a lot left for the Allies to stop them. And this Tiger might get prepared again. Oh my god, it's actually working out for Unawi. This is so unbelievable. Oh my god.
Tank support is here.
And the Tiger's advancing again. Oops, did he go for another King Tiger? He's going for a normal Tiger, okay. That's also what I would recommend going for, in all honesty. Although the King Tiger was cool and all, there's no need to get it that heavy. That's another 80 gun down. It's now a veteran C2 Tiger, oh god. What do the Allies have to stop it with? The Allies don't have enough. He's just going for short range bombardment. There'll be one priest down, I think. That's one down. The second one is in trouble. That's the second one. My god, now we actually did it. I am so... I like that. That's so cool. They actually managed to do it thanks to the power of heavy tanks. The power of Club Steel. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was great. I hope you all enjoyed this weird one. I'll see you all next one, everyone. Bye bye.